Generational great tonight with one of them performances.
Unbelievable fighter. You know, I thought that Tio is an elite guy, and he basically made him look quite average tonight. 4-division world champion, 28 years of age. What can you say?
Did anything surprise you about Tio's performance tonight? Because
No.
I almost feel like he was running out of ideas. But
I just think Shakur looked strong. You know, Shakur looked like he was punching very hard. His jab was on point. His footwork was incredible. It's his timing. It's his fitness. He's a complete fighter.
Is Conor Ben realistic for Shakur Stevenson next?
Hold on, guys. You can't go through that.
No. Conor Ben next.
We gotta get through.
Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, you know, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't scare me. I'm not scared of you. Upstairs, let's make it happen. 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 We don't gotta keep talking. Let's make it happen. Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's fool. He's fool. I got him. Okay?
The boxing community wasted no time weighing in on the clash between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez.
Any doubt, or I don't know, was it like as the fight progressed, what were you seeing?
Well, you know, actually, once I seen that he couldn't handle our hand speed, you know, I really felt comfortable with that, you know. I felt, you know, that we could take risks, could do more and whatnot, and as the fight went on, it seemed like it just got better, you know. We was hoping that the pace would, you know, kind of kick him off, kick in with him and slow him down, but I think it did to a point, but I think, you know, his overall performance, he did well, you know. Like I said, we give a lot of respect to him. He's a formidable opponent, and Shakur just stayed with the game plan and just outscored him. We wanted to get ahead on the scorecard from the beginning, so we took it from there and just tried to stay ahead.
Did Teo, I mean, it didn't seem like it, but did Teo, I don't know, present any issues, or was there any adjustments he made that you guys had to adjust back to, or?
No, because, you know, a lot of stuff that he did, you know, we were familiar with and we game planned for it. So when we seen it, you know, it pretty much was, you know, he didn't bring his problem, he didn't bring anything different to the ring that he been.
The build-up promised something special, and the fight delivered on every front. This was the matchup fans had been anticipating for months, and what unfolded was a high-level duel built on speed, timing, and resolve. The action ebbed and flowed all night, and by the final bell, everyone inside the arena felt drained, fighters included. Almost instantly, the conversation shifted from round-by-round breakdowns to raw, emotional reactions across the sport. From the opening moments, it was clear this wouldn't be a one-dimensional contest. The early rounds felt like a tense negotiation between two elite operators. There was probing, measuring, and a mutual respect that slowed the tempo just enough to make every exchange feel loaded. Sharp jabs met sharp counters, clean and precise, the kind of boxing that looks effortless only because it's being performed at the highest level. At times, the rhythm felt almost conversational, ideas exchanged, patterns tested, until suddenly, a tight combination would land and jolt the crowd awake. Both corners arrived with detailed game plans and, more importantly, the ability to adjust when those plans met resistance. One fighter relied on angles, footwork, and perfectly timed counters to score with surgical efficiency. The other pressed forward relentlessly, looking to close space, dig to the body, and tame narrow openings into damaging exchanges. That contrast created a compelling push and pull. Some rounds belonged clearly to the countering technician, who slipped shots by inches and converted defense into quick bursts of offense. Other rounds became murkier as the pressure fighter forced clinches, awkward exchanges, and uncomfortable moments that disrupted clean scoring opportunities. It was a constant struggle between calculated evasion and deliberate collision, and the crowd reacted to every swing in momentum as if it were a physical impact. Certain sequences already feel destined for highlight reels and slow-motion analysis. In the middle rounds, a sudden flurry from the aggressor landed clean and sent his opponent briefly back on his heels, the first visible momentum shift of the fight. For the next couple of rounds, that surge showed not just on the scorecards, but in posture and confidence. Then came the response, a late-round burst from the counterpuncher. Crisp 1-2s snapping the forward fighter back and forcing a reset. A reminder that timing and accuracy can rival raw power. Those moments weren't just physical, they were psychological. Body language shifted. Corners leaned in. Trainers shouted urgent instructions. That's the unseen drama of boxing. How a 2-second exchange can reshape the next 10 minutes of strategy. What elevated this fight was the constant adaptation. When pressure found success, the mobile fighter changed rhythms, doubled the jab, stepped off at new angles, and avoided reckless trades. When clean counters landed in bunches, the aggressor answered with more uppercuts and body shots, aiming to sap movement and rough up the exchanges inside. These tiny adjustments are what separate great fighters from merely good ones. Often it's not the flash, but the margins, a half step, a delayed punch, a decision to touch the body instead of the head. The coaches earned their keep by reading the fight in real time and delivering concise instructions that were executed under extreme fatigue. The crowd became part of the story. Noise surged when pressure dictated the action, then dropped into an almost reverent hush when precision cut through chaos. Late in the fight, the sound itself felt heavy, pushing fighters to throw when exhaustion begged them to stop. Commentators balanced breathless narration with technical breakdowns, while social media lit up with instant reactions, freeze frames, and veteran trainers dissecting foot placement and head movement. It's rare for a fight to satisfy both casual viewers and hardcore purists, but this one managed to do both. There was excitement for the masses and endless material for analysts. No single moment decided everything, but several exchanges nudged the fight in subtle ways. A middle round burst favoring aggression, a late counter sequence reminding judges of the value of clean shots. The final round showcased conditioning and discipline, not just continued output, but proper technique under duress. Watching them trade late felt like two athletes fully committed to leaving nothing behind. The immediate aftermath told its own story. Respectful embraces, tired smiles, trainers who looked like they'd aged years in one night. There was a shared understanding that both men delivered. The interviews that followed reflected that tone. Praise mixed with careful analysis. No one rushing to flatten the night into a simple headline.
Teofimo that beat Lomachenko, what if that Teofimo shows up?
Like I said, and Lomachenko is a not easy fight. Teofimo was able to be in the ring with different type of fighters and figure it out.
Almost immediately, fans and analysts split into debates. Swing rounds. Pressure versus precision. What should come next for each fighter? Some demanded an immediate rematch. Others pushed for new stylistic matchups. That kind of disagreement is exactly what promoters love after a close, high-quality main event. Technically, the fight reinforced old truths. Timing and distance can neutralize power and create low-risk scoring chances. Pressure and bodywork remain proven ways to disrupt movement and force messy exchanges where toughness matters. Both philosophies worked at different points, making it difficult to reduce the fight to a single storyline. Each fighter imposed strengths and exposed weaknesses, often within the same round. The judges faced a tough assignment not because the fight was sloppy, but because it was layered. Momentum shifted repeatedly, and both men had strong moments. That ambiguity fuels legacy building, because when multiple outcomes can be reasonably argued, fans keep watching, rewatching, and debating. Reaction across the boxing world reflected that balance. Fighters praised composure and adjustments. Trainers focused on tactics and conditioning. Casual fans simply celebrated the drama. Social feeds filled with the same exchanges replayed from every angle, as if somewhere in the frames lay a definitive answer.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you got security, boy.
As expected, bold takes followed, but the dominant emotion was appreciation. Appreciation for two athletes willing to risk everything on a global stage, and for a fight that reminded everyone why boxing, at its best, remains unmatched. Practically speaking, this bout will reshape conversations in the division. A strong showing, whether viewed as a narrow win or a razor-thin loss, boosts market value and leverage. The other fighter's grit makes him a compelling opponent for anyone looking for a meaningful challenge. Promoters, networks, and sanctioning bodies now have new angles to work. Rematches will be discussed. Big-name fights will be floated. Tonight's drama will be monetised. For fans, the night delivered stakes and storylines. Momentum for one man, a rich comeback narrative for the other. Regardless of how history records the result, the visuals and memories from this fight will carry weight in the sport's near future. If a single bout can push the discussion forward about what elite boxing looks like today, this one did exactly that. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to subscribe.